I have such a freaking headache and I need relief. I need help right now. Listen up, my headache suffers, my migraine suffers. I have a little news for you. You can get support. You can get help. And by the way, also those who are helping those practitioners who are helping those with headaches, I've got some great information that's really going to help you support your patients, your clients, or yourself when it comes to headaches or migraines. First and most important thing for you to know is there is not a one-size-fits-all solution to somebody's headaches because there are so many different types of headaches. There's so many different places on your head that you can be experiencing the headache. There's so many different root causes or reasons why you're getting these headaches. Are they chronic? Are they acute? Are they due to stress? Are they due to dehydration? Are they due to allergies? Are they due to some kind of constitutional imbalance? Are they due to tension, inflammation, liver chi? I mean, there's so many reasons why somebody has a headache and where they experience their headache that you can't just throw down some Advil or aspirin or acetaminophen, Tylenol, whatever, and mask the problem. It'll help the relief in the moment. But if the headaches keep coming because the root cause is still there, look, if you have a one-off headache, yeah, take some Advil. Maybe that'll help. But if you really want a solution that's natural in your body, I've got some great essential oils and acupuncture points. Are you surprised? To help support you with these different types of headaches. Welcome to Her Wellness Business Empire podcast YouTube channel. I am Diane Reyes. If you don't know me, have a little over, no, not a little, kind of a lot over 20 years of experience in traditional Chinese medicine, in health and wellness. I'm a holistic health coach. I've been working with essential oils for 12 years. I have online courses that teach you how to use essential oils on acupuncture points and why it's not cookie cutter. Like it really helps you understand why you're choosing oils, why you're using oils, and what are the nature of the points that you're using on, what are their function. Anyway, I digress. I want to help. I want to talk to you about essential oils and headaches and acupuncture points today. So let's get into it. Okay, taking my hair down. Okay, so you may not know this, but when I started using essential oils in my acupuncture practice, which was in 2012, I was super Sally skeptic. But within the first month, so I started using them because I had a dear friend who's a naturopathic doctor introduced me to using essential oils in my practice. She was using them in her practice and having great results. And because I trusted her, I decided, okay, I'm going to try it out, right? I'm going to start working with these oils and see what happens. It can't hurt, right? I really did my research about this company. I used doTERRA. As long as you're using pure essential oils and you know their sourcing habits and their testing and you feel really confident, yay. If you want to know more about doTERRA and why I use them, just drop me a line. Cool. But anyway, I started using the oils with my patients. And in the first month, I had like 3 pretty significant shifts in patients that I had been working with for a while. And one of them was a patient who had stress-induced migraines. And so she was having them. She had been having them chronically for a long time. And at that time, she was having them a minimum of 2 a week, sometimes 3. So it was pretty significant. So I used some essential oils on her during the treatment. And I put them in areas that I would use needles, like not even knowing that what I was doing was actually something I'd be teaching now. But I had her use some oils on her, and we'll talk about gallbladder 21 and gallbladder 20, and I was using them during the treatment, but also had her use them twice a day. So once before bed and once during the day. And I can't remember what else. There were some other things I had her do, but those were like the main things. And literally, she stopped having migraines. So I was just like, ping, what do I need to know about this? What is important for me to know? And so on I went to start researching and start understanding the oils from a Chinese medicine perspective, which to me makes the most sense because I see a lot of people teaching oils like use this oil for that. And not that it's bad, because it usually does help, but I really want people to understand why they're using the oils. Are they treating the root cause? Are they really addressing the root cause and not just, treating the symptom? Okay, so that's kind of how it all started for me. And so I do want to teach you a little bit more about, and of course, you have to, in Chinese medicine, you differentiate, right? So you don't, I could have 20 patients with headaches come in, but they don't have the same constitution. They don't have the same lifestyle. They don't have the same nutrition. They don't have the same hydration. They don't have the same stress levels. They don't have the same eat blank, right? And so you have to understand, you have to ask the right questions to understand not only the symptom, because with the symptoms, okay, so here we go. With the symptoms, there's different things that you need to ask when it comes to headaches. Where is your headache and what is the quality of the pain? How often are you getting them? How long have you been getting them? So what you'll start to see as far as your differentiation is this chronic? Is this acute? Is this circumstantial? Is this situational? Right? Then you're going to say, where is it located? So is it a frontal headache? Is it a temporal headache? Is it a top of the head headache? Is it coming from the neck? So all of those are going to give you more information about, and you're starting now, like I always say with my students in Oil Alchemy, that you start becoming like a Sherlock Holmes. You start becoming a detective, right? So you start asking the questions and you start narrowing down the protocol. So you're getting really specific with your client or patient, right? So, okay, it's on the side. So you're thinking liver gallbladder, right? It's on the top of your head. You're thinking liver yang rising. If it's in the neck and maybe they're getting colds often, it's mostly like a wind. Again, it's liver. There's a lot of liver involved when it comes with headache. Is it frontal? Is it sinus? So like you have to like really look at so then you're talking lung, right? So you have to really address not only the symptom, but the root cause. And then you start working with essential oils. Then you're saying, okay, is it tension related? Like, anyway, you start asking all the right questions, which I have an entire module inside Oil Alchemy that teaches you how to be this detective, how to ask all the right questions, I call it like where the magic happens, because it's now you're gathering all this information. You've learned about the points. You've learned about the oils. You've learned about some of the basic principles of Chinese medicine, like the Zongfu organs. Like, don't let that name like freak you out. I break it down. Or the 5 elements. And you learned about the essential oils and how to categorize them, how to see like this group reaches the Wei Qi level, which is more surface. This group of oils treats more of that like Yuan Qi level, the deeper levels, which organs and meridians those different groups have an affinity for, meaning which oil, where they go to in the body. So, okay, so now you've gotten the location and you've gotten more information, now you can say, okay, which points and which oils are going to support these different types of headaches. Okay, so let's talk about some oils and points. I will say there are a couple of points that will really, and there's a couple of oils too that are just like a go-to when it comes to headaches for sure. Because when you're having a headache, you just want to freaking get out of it, right? You don't want to have the headache. It feels bad. It's messing you up. It's making you tired. It's making you not function well. It's making you grumpy. It's making you want to sleep. It's making you unproductive. It can be like chronically, you're in pain. When there's chronic pain, there can be like emotional imbalance. Like you get feelings of depression that come in because of this. So stomach ache is a great point. It's a very general headache point. And it's kind of that corner where the top of your forehead starts dipping down. It's like if you follow that ridge, you kind of fall into a point. It's kind of like where you think your little oh, devil under that ears, whatever, that horns would start sticking out. So that is a great acupuncture point. Another great acupuncture point is large intestine 4. So it's between your thumb and your forefinger. And if you start from the web and then you fall in, if you just follow it down, you'll fall into a divot. And if you press on it, it's mostly tender for people. When I needle that point, it's often people don't love it. This one and liver 3, which are together called the 4 gates. So using those points, and basically liver 3 is going to be one definitely that you use often when it comes to headaches. Li4, liver 3, and here's a picture of both. And the reason why you want to use them is because together they're called the 4 gates, and they move chi and blood throughout the whole body. And so when you have a headache or any kind of pain, you have chi and blood stagnation or blood stasis, which is a deeper level. So you want the chi and blood flowing. Right now it's stagnant and it's stuck, and you want it flowing, right? Anytime there's pain, think about the nature of pain. It's very constricting. That's why we don't love ice, but that's a whole other. Let me talk about that. Let's talk about ice and Chinese medicine. So Chinese medicine typically says when it comes to ice, because again, when you have pain, your body is constricted. So what is the nature of ice? It's constricting. We want chi and blood flowing through the area so that area can heal, right? And so somebody's like, I just want ice. And there's been times where I felt like intuitively I needed ice for something, for pain. Fine, use the ice. But I like to say, follow it with some heat, because maybe the ice is going to give you some relief, like just from that inflammation, that heat. There's a lot of heat showing up in that. But use some heat after that so that you can move the chi and blood. It's not stuck in like being more in a stagnant position. So stomach ache, Li4, liver 3, great points. And then of course you can get really specific. I love gallbladder 21 because a lot of headaches that come around are tension headaches. Stress, just how you're sitting all day. We're like this all day, staring at a computer, right? So much of it is, as I'm just talking about those, like how much liver is involved in this. So definitely if there's liver heat, liver yang rising, you're going to get that. That's like a lot of times from high blood pressure, but you're going to get that feeling on the top of your head. And so you want to descend. So descending chi out of your head. And so gallbladder 21 is good for that. liver 3 and liver 2. Liver 2, what I like to do is when I needle, I'll needle from liver 3 to liver 2. I'll show you the pictures here again. But liver 2 is more like decreases that heat, and the liver 3 helps the free flow of qi in the liver and throughout the whole body. So those are great acupuncture points. Then you can get really specific, frontal headaches, there's great sinus point headaches points. And of course, you're not needling, you're using oils. So if you're having sinus headaches, you're going to use oils like eucalyptus. I love the Breathe blend from doTERRA. Peppermint, just watch the eyes. I love peppermint on stomach ache. I love marjoram and lavender on gallbladder 21. It really, because there's tends to be tension in that area. And so lavender essential oil and marjoram help kind of relax the muscle fibers in that area. So muscle fibers are all gnarled and they want to be this, right? They want to be flowing over each other. So lavender and marjoram really help relax the muscles, and it helps to send that qi. So I like doing that. And then if you're having a headache because you caught a cold or you got a chill or caught something, we call that wind, you're going to use gallbladder 20, which is kind of on the occiput on either side of the muscle. You're just going to fall into it underneath the occipital ridge. There's divots there. You pretty much can't miss it. That's a really good point to be using. I would use peppermint on that. I would use you can use lavender, you can use marjoram, you can use peppermint, you can use rosemary. That's really good. So, and then same thing, tension headache here. This is Yu Yao, this is Chai Yang. And sorry, I'm trying to remember the point, the yin tang. And so you can use a point there. So you just hold the oil to the point. So many good points for headaches. You just have to get down and really differentiate the different points and oils. So if you want to learn more about that, if you want to learn how to start categorizing your oils, I'll leave the link for my essential oil energetics and classifications. And then also if you want to dive deeper and you want to start knowing how to differentiate for your patients and clients about which oils and which points, that AccuOil Alchemy is the way to go. And I have a free class coming. What is today's date? Yeah, I have a free class coming on June 26th. I'm going to be doing these monthly. So if you're watching this past the time, no worries. Check the description below. I'll update it for my latest free masterclass. That's going to help you really understand everything I've been teaching about essential oils and differentiation and how to use them and how to match points with oils and how to understand it from a Chinese medicine perspective, how to differentiate all the things. I want you to know exactly what the steps are so that you can start implementing it. I hope this has been helpful. And if you want more information and want to keep watching this, please subscribe to this channel. Please share it. Please like this video. Comment below if you've learned something new or if you have any questions. And if you want to learn more, I'll drop the links below of my courses and the link to register for my free masterclass. All right. Take good care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.